Welcome back to Divine Capricorns with me, Amanda. I read for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Saturn placements. This is going to be a general, very, very timeless reading, so take it how it resonates and all of that. Anything you might need from me is down in the description box below, and I'm going to remember to have the link for my shadow work workshop. It's on Sunday. Hopefully this reading goes up before and not after. So if you're interested in doing or just getting an introduction to shadow work, if you've done it before but you've never done it with a group, then this could be really amazing. Otherwise, if you've never done it before at all, this is a great starting point. So yeah, let's get right into your energy. If there are messages, awesome. Maybe not your read, of course. Take how it resonates. Okay, what is the overall energy for my Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Saturn placements? What is the overall energy? Humor. This card came out, I want to say the last time I used this deck, or second to last time. It's got a little mini Buddha on it. It's one of my favorite cards from this deck. It says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. As you should. It's Venus retrograde right now. So tapping into that inner child, doing some play. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Right out the gate, this is for someone, I don't know who, but you're really frustrated with a current situation with someone that you had to let go of. And I just want to let you know that you're blocking the flow state from continuing. You gotta forgive and move forward. And I'm not saying like, do that quickly. Do that however it looks for you. Otherwise, this can be forgiveness for yourself. Maybe forgiving yourself for all the times that you decided to, continue working and pushing instead of taking some time to yourself, steps back and enjoying life. Right? I definitely resonate with that because if I'm not careful, I will work all the time. It is the Capricorn in me. I also have fire in my chart, so like I can't not be ambitious and do many, many things. But regardless, yeah, so taking some time to rest. I know for me, because I can only really speak to my own experiences, I take Saturdays and Sundays off. The only things I'm doing that are productive is doing like a reset, like meal prepping, cleaning my bathroom. I really like doing salt baths on the weekends because it's very rejuvenating for me. Helps me cleanse my aura. So scheduling it in if you have to, right? But sticking to it because you deserve to have rest time. You just time to yourself to see the lighter side of life. You could be shifting your focus at this time, maybe just for a period of time. Any messages from the Angel Number Oracle deck? Thank you. So the way that this deck works, bunch of different numbers, not just regular reoccurring numbers. So this is 808. Love this number. Swift action, wealth, empathy, promises, commitment, affection, inner strength, auspicious outcomes. You will enter a time of expansion, so begin taking steps forward, achieving your ultimate objective immediately. Finances will miraculously improve. Oh, and somebody has their mind on you. Okay. I like the sound of that. I mean, maybe love will come out. I have no idea. I really never know in general readings, like what it's going to be talking about. And even likely like other readings, like spiritual growth. One of the last ones was relationships and love. So it happens. Any other messages from this deck? Of course. 1122. Great shift. So swift action, great shift. Personal growth, spiritual development, and manifesting goals. Oneness, connection, and completion. First, focus on the positive changes occurring due to your efforts. Then, expand your horizons and permit yourself to try something new. So many positive shifts are in store for you. The world around you is changing in your favor. I like that. Also, some of you are paving your own way, paving your own path, doing things more uniquely than most people, which is awesome. Be a rebel. Go and be your badass self. That's what I say. Messages from the tarot. Let's go deeper. Can you go deeper for me? Also, my third eye is super expanded right now. Like, anybody else feeling like ascension symptoms? It's like wild. Like, it's neat, but it's also wild. I've been getting pressure in my third eye more, and I can feel it opening up even during the day, not just at night. So, Three of Cups, Seven of Cups. You're not sure who's got good intentions around you and who doesn't. Some of you have been offered something and you're celebrating it. You had to go through like a rigorous like interview process. This could be like you got a new job. Congratulations, if that is you. I'd love to know what you do. If you leave me a comment below, I will read it and personally congratulate you. Five of Cups. Hwah! Can I really say I'm completely surprised? We are in eclipse season, so yeah. Lots of cups. This is regret, and it definitely talks about resentment. Some of you lost someone. I don't know as to what kind of loss. Maybe just they left your life, or like they're no longer on this plane of existence. The Hermit. You're in search of finding your way back. Back to what? Happiness? Knight of Wands. Having more energy, giving time to your passions and things you enjoy doing. Eight of Cups. Okay, progression. I do like it. Six of Cups. What is going on? The last few readings have been so positive and like powerful. This is a lot of like minors. The bottom is the Tower. I'm going to take it because this is indicating like something needs to move and shift. Like, I'm not sure. What's behind that is the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you have 1122. This is, I know I see this number. So some of you are probably have like similar paths to me. Or we have a lot in common in terms of experiences in life. Either way, first, focus on the positive changes occurring due to your efforts. Then, expand your horizons and permit yourself to try something new. So many positive shifts are in store for you. The world around you is changing in your favor. Okay, I have a lot of different like messages coming through, so please bear with me as per usual over here channeling so much. It goes from 3 to 7 to 5 to 8 to 6. This feels like you're like going back and forth. It's like an emotional roller coaster, and you're like in search of some sort of answer, because that's what the Hermit does. Virgo's energy. He goes on a journey by himself to find the answers. But you know what's interesting? I did talk about this in one of the last readings. Sometimes there is no answer, and that's the answer. And we don't actually always have to know what those answers are. The reason why the Hermit has this deep wisdom is that he understands the concepts and he is able to apply them to his life. I'll give you an example. Needing to know all the answers is a form of control. It is you fearing the unknown. Now, I can say that because I'm also working through that. Regardless, though, this journey is meant for you to master that. So when I look at the 8s, those are masters, in my opinion. Everybody obviously looks at numbers differently. The 8 of Pentacles is talking about mastery of crafts. 8 of Cups is mastery of your emotional state and the ebbs and the flows and understanding that. Also, I need to point out the person in this card is the Hermit, and he goes on the journey. So there's something that you need to walk away from in order to gain the answers, the clarity, whatever you're looking for, whatever you're in search of, whatever you're seeking. And then something major needs to change. The Tower. This is Aries to me. It can, it's also just like Plutonian, but like Scorpio's energy is awesome. I've never disliked it, really. I think that all of the zodiacs are amazing. But this one, like Pluto specifically, it's adaptable. So it can be one thing one day and then another thing a whole different day. And it's okay with that. It can shift, it can move a little bit easier, or quite a bit easier than most people. Knight of Wands is the November card. It is Scorpio and Sagittarius. Something happened to you in November. Something shifted and changed in November, which does make sense because Pluto left Capricorn in November. So something major changed, even if you didn't see it. Even if you didn't notice it. Could have to do with like past resentments. Adding in the Queen of Wands being at the bottom of the deck, this gives me the impression of like people not taking you seriously, people abusing you in ways like projecting their insecurities onto you. This is people like diminishing your accomplishments. People just not wanting to see you in or on your throne, you know? Which is too damn bad because no one can change any of that for you or anybody else. They don't have that control. They don't have that power. The Queen of Wands is the March card. So this is, you're in the process of opening yourself up to revealing yourself, you know, celebrating your wins, maybe being a little bit more social this month. There's something about your light being shown to others and you being very magnetic, especially with the Knight of Wands, like, you know, fire. Let me tell you, especially with Sagittarius's energy is really infectious. Like they attract in social settings quite easily. I think it's one of their superpowers, to be honest. Someone either recently did this or is going to do this while you're out. I'm thinking grocery store, just like while you're out running errands, someone's going to give you a flower or flowers. Be gracious and say thank you. I don't think I need to tell you that, but yeah, someone's going to give you, doesn't have to be physical flowers. Someone could pay you a really nice compliment and it might even make you cry because now I want to cry. Oh. Sorry, guys. Wow. I feel like immense gratitude. Someone's going to say something really nice to you. Oh, gosh. Why? We're not quite out of Pisces season, so I can't say I'm completely surprised with like the emotional roller coaster that this eclipse has been. I know that I've been crying a lot more lately, and so you know, I can't say I'm surprised, but it never, like, you know, it's not like it's planned. Excuse me for that moment. Someone's gonna say something so unbelievably kind to you, and it's gonna restore a piece of your perspective on humanity and like people in general. I think that you've gone through a period of time in the last few years, just like many years. I mean, there is the, you know, the Pluto leaving Capricorn thing. So that was 16 years worth of probably people just shitting on your hopes, your dreams, utilizing your fears and projecting them or just using them against you. Something needs to change and shift in a major way. Personal growth, spiritual development, and manifesting goals, oneness, connection, and completion. This feels like something is finally completing, and it's like a huge deal for you. Even like letting go of like the illusion of what relationships are like, people are supposed to be, how you're supposed to be. There's something here about generations from the Seven of Cups. So like several generations previously. I also want to point out 7, 8. So 7 is above the 8, 5 is above the 6. I feel like you are in fact progressing. It's just been so slow. Maybe it's starting to move quicker now that or since Pluto left Capricorn. But you've been releasing these things and growing and finding out what you want to do, like what you want to experience, what happiness and fulfillment looks like for you personally. Maybe that's why you've been looking at, or you've been focusing more on the lighter side of life. Maybe forgiveness is a huge part of your own work. If that's the case, I definitely highly recommend shadow work. And if you don't currently do it, I have a beginner workshop. I'm just shameless plug, whatever. If you already do shadow work, continue doing it, but bring your focus on past resentments and betrayals in relationships and learning how to forgive yourself so that you can move forward and unblock that flow of beautiful, beautiful love. I'm going to grab advice because I really could continue reading for like forever, I swear. I could pull more cards. Of course, I personally feel like I never really need to pull many cards to get messages. Okay. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Yeah, shadow work. But, you can do shadow work all day, every day for weeks, months, years, your whole entire life. And you can learn things, but you actually have to implement what you learn. And part of that is also not being afraid of your own power. That message came up not that long ago. So check back at some of the other readings that I have on my channel. If not, do your own reading, whatever. So self-esteem, it's the yellow card that talks about the solar plexus chakra. That's where our power stems from. It is magnetic or it attracts a lot of power from the sun. So if you're able to get outside and get some sun exposure, amazing. And you can even do say affirmations out loud while you're doing so. I've been on such an affirmation kick lately, so I'm probably going to likely talk about it pretty heavily here. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Yeah, I feel like you deserve to feel the flow of love. I feel like you deserve to have that happiness, that fulfillment, and the joy that comes with those things. I don't see anything bad here. I don't really ever get super bad readings. It's more like you need to do some work, or hey, you've been doing the work, or hey, this person's really hot and spicy for you. I guess that's just the spectrum of my reads. Of course, every reader reads differently. So yeah, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. I hope that there was something here for you specifically. And yeah, thank you for spending some time with me. What else? Yeah, check out the links down below. If you want to book a private reading with me, you totally can. I have a bunch of different options. I also have free guided meditations with me. If you don't know, I'm a yoga teacher and I teach meditation as well. So yeah. All right. Know that you are divine, sacred, and heavenly. Bye, Capricorns.